Blessed darkness and blessed light this Advent season. Hey everyone, it's Paul, and this is Contemplify, where we seek to kindle the examined life for contemplatives in the world. Here we are again, in the midst of Season 2 of Contemplify. I'm going to just slide in another bonus episode. This is the second installment from the second annual Backporch Advent Outpost here on Contemplify. Today's poet is Chris Dombrowski. Like Todd Davis, Chris is a poet that I read to touch the gritty, the sparse, the eternal. His poetry wakes me to the day at hand. I first read Chris's book, Ragged Anthem, and then his earlier work, Earth Again. Dombrowski's poetry has been a constant companion to me during this here pandemic. The way he connects with earthbound attention, his humor, the musicality of our days, the longing born from loss, whole-makin and restoration. I cannot say enough about the poetry of Chris Dombrowski. May these poems catch you in the moment you are ready to receive them. Chris Dombrowski will be reading 3 poems: Francis from Ragged Anthem, Impossible Psalm, and Sustenance from Earth Again. There is a link in the show notes for this episode at Contemplify.com, where you can order Chris's books. Or you can visit Chris Dombrowski's website at cdombrowski.com. That's cdombrowski.com. Let's breathe a little deeper. So let's take a little sip and let's enjoy Chris Dombrowski pouring us this Advent nightcap.
Francis. A friend brought me stones from Assisi, Convento dei Cappuccini, where Francis walked. They sit on my sill in a burlap sack, closed tight by rope like a robe's belt. 7 stones, plain as pea gravel, small, worn portions of the earth. I was told to handle them only under duress, and naturally I do so daily. In the dark, before the birds who preferred his shoulders to branches begin to sing. I am no monk, though, no eater of ashes, accepting the remnants of anger on my tongue. Trying to pray, I often fall asleep. The case again today, the stones sweaty in my palm, as I dreamed a statue of Francis, the kind that frequents gardens, had fallen from a stoop. Lichen grew bright green upon its brow, and gone to seed dandelions blanketed its legs. Clutching at her stomach, a young woman walked forlorn down the evening street. High lamps flickering. It had just rained, perhaps Detroit, but something said Portland. Through chain link, the woman's palpable anguish pried open the statue's stony eyes. What happened next, I feel stirred to say, was dream, not writing, not me writing now. The statue stood and became a man, rock reconstituted as flesh, with a female face, robed, hooded, scurrying from yard to porch, calling birds to hand, small dog to its side, then seizing again into stone in time for the walker to glance up and see a swirl of beckoned sparrows alight on the statue's steady head. The woman, from underneath her bolt of brown hair, drew a finger across her brow, looked up. Why myth, not skin, I wondered, waking, slipping the stones back into their sack. When a kiss on the hand, a fistful of bills, seemed plausible within the realm. Or is the flesh sometimes too frightening to help? In my own palm this morning, my nails left indentations, as if invisible birds had landed, fed on scattered seed, and lit. Possible Psalm. When I saw Light the sculptor chiseling sheer bluff from slope, the cleaved wood landing as shadow in down mountain saddles, a coarse grit teasing out the basalt's face-like features, then finer grains crazing the air with duff, I said aloud, "Good light," as if it were dog or obedient child, as if there were some other kind, as if it had not by then vanished into that antipodal room, the work shrouded in dark sheet. Sustenance. I tracked it through the one mind of the woods, its hoofprints pressed in snow were smallish hearts. Buck fawn, he let me come so near, take aim. Crouched against a fir, I was anything. Bush, stump, doe and estrus he could rut. Not his maimer, though, not his final thought. He stared me down until I shot him, low. Then the forest forgot he'd ever been. Nascent, there were signs, bone chip, spore, frail hair, but no memory wounded wants to die. He hid in dark timber, twice crossed the creek. Finally he lay heaving out last breaths. Dusk cast shadow, he died where he was made. A bite of heart sustains, but is not him.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Contemplify. May it sprout contemplative musings as you carry it with you in your walkabouts in this world of ours. Head on over to Contemplify.com to find the show notes for this episode. You can also sign up for the monthly Contemplify non-required reading list newsletter at Contemplify.com. If you are enjoying Contemplify, please rate and review Contemplify on your podcast player. By the magic of the internet gods, this helps spread the good cheer, the good news of Contemplify. Thank you to all of you who have already done so. I know it's a bit of a pain, but I appreciate it. The theme song of Contemplify is called Langside by Charles Enns and Darren Hovius. Thanks as always, gents. If the creek don't rise and my beard don't trim, I look forward to bringing you another conversation with another contemplative in the world here in the near future. Until then, be well.